If the phrase side hustle makes you feel small, I want to reframe it because this phase is actually strategic. Hello, Lisa here. I help high performing corporate women transition without blowing up their lives. And one of the biggest mindset blocks I see, especially at this stage, is this quiet resistance to starting small. And I want to slow this down for a second because this matters more than you think. You've built a career, you've earned your position, you lead, you manage, you execute at a high level. So when you hear the phrase start a side hustle, something in you resists. It almost feels like you're being asked to shrink, to go backwards, to become less than what you've already proven yourself to be. And if you've ever felt that, I want you to know that's valid, but it's also incomplete because a side hustle is not small thinking, it's controlled expansion. Let me say that again. A side hustle is not you playing small, it's you building smart. Because the alternative that a lot of people glorify online is quitting your job, jumping in, and figuring it out. And that might look bold from the outside. But for most high performing women, that doesn't create confidence. It creates pressure. And pressure is not the environment where clarity grows. So instead, what we do here is we build a bridge, not a leap, a bridge. And this is where I want to give you a different lens to look at this phase. A side hustle is not your forever identity. It's not your final destination. It's a strategic phase designed to do three things. Number one, it gives you proof. Not proof to the world, but proof to yourself that you can create money outside of your employer. And that might sound simple, but emotionally, that is everything. Because right now, your safety is tied to a paycheck. And until you break that pattern, even once, your brain will keep telling you, this isn't stable, this isn't realistic, this isn't for me. But the moment you make your first dollar outside of your job, something shifts. It's no longer theoretical, it becomes real. Number two, it gives you skill without pressure. You get to learn how to sell, how to communicate, how to position yourself without the weight of this has to work right now. And that matters because urgency leads to bad decisions. This phase removes urgency. Number three, it gives you data, not guesses, not assumptions, real data. What works, what doesn't, what people actually pay for. And that data becomes the foundation of everything you build next. Now, I want to bring this into something more real because for me, this wasn't just theory. This was something I lived in a very unexpected way. When I was pregnant with my first child, I had a sensitive pregnancy and I had to take a leave of absence for that entire period. So here I was, not working, not earning the same way, and starting to feel that pressure of what happens to our income now. And I remember sitting with that feeling, not panic, but concern. Because when you're used to having stability, any disruption feels uncomfortable. So I started thinking, what can I do that works with where I am right now? Not something big, not something to replace my job, just something to support us. And I remembered something my aunt used to do. She made cured meat. We call it tocino in my country. So I thought, why not try this? And I started small. I made batches from home, simple setup, nothing fancy. And then I went around our subdivision. just offering it, neighbor to neighbor, conversation to conversation. No brand, no strategy, no online presence, just effort and willingness. And little by little, people started ordering more than I expected. At one point, I had almost half of the community buying. And then I even offered distributorship to a small store near the entrance of our area. And I want to pause here because this is important. That was not my dream business. That was not something I planned to scale. That was not my end goal, but it served a purpose. It gave me extra income when I needed it, something I could control, and honestly, something that felt good to build. It showed me in a very simple way that I could create income outside of a job. And at that time, I didn't even realize it, but that was a side hustle. Not small, strategic. And this is what I want you to understand. This phase is not about building your forever business. It's about building your first layer of independence. And when you look at it that way, you stop resisting it. You stop overcomplicating it. You stop trying to make it perfect. So, strategically, here's how I want you to approach this phase. You focus on three things: one offer, not five, not multiple streams; one audience, not everyone; one clear goal, not replacing your salary, just proof of concept. That's it. Because once you have that, everything becomes clearer. Your confidence becomes grounded, not forced, not fake. It's measured. And this is the bigger message of this entire month. You don't need more confidence. You need a clear plan and evidence that it works. Confidence is built through execution, not before it. So, if you've been feeling like starting small means you're settling, I want you to reframe that today. You are not shrinking, you are building a bridge. And bridges are what allow you to move forward safely. If this shifted how you see your current season, comment bridge below. I want to know you're building this strategically. And in the next video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I chose my first business model without chasing trends or getting distracted, so you can move from overthinking into clear decision making.